Hey, Right Riders, Keith Wheeler here, back with another video for you. And today we're going to be talking about how to upload a book to KDP fast. And before you get too concerned, this video is for you if you've never uploaded to KDP, maybe haven't uploaded in a while, or if you uploaded but you're looking for a way to do it faster. And don't worry, there is no software or anything like that I'm trying to sell you. I'm going to show you how to do it, and you can even do it for free. So if you're excited for this, hit that thumbs up and we'll get started. I'm going to flip the screen around. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar, this is KDP. Now I'm in the US, so I'm using kdp.amazon.com, and I am on my bookshelf. So what I'm going to be using, the secret sauce to how I upload my books to KDP as fast as I do, is this spreadsheet. Now, I know I said you could do it for free, and this is Microsoft Excel. So if you don't have Microsoft, then you can use Google Sheets. It's the same thing. So I use this to help store all the information that makes it easy for me to upload quick and easy to KDP as well as other platforms, but it's mainly designed for KDP. It also makes it so it's super easy for me to go back and make quick tweaks, whether it's to the pricing or whatever. I also have quick visual access to all the information for all of my books. Right now, this is just an example. So this is what I'm doing for one of my newest children's books that I'm going to be uploading. I also have a keyword tracker tab in here. If you're interested in seeing a video on how I track keywords when I change my keywords, I can do a video on that. Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, so this is what I use. And so if that's all you needed to know, then, well, I guess this is a pretty quick video for you. But if you want to see it in action, let's get started. Like I said, we're right here on KDP on the bookshelf, and we're just going to click create. So when I'm creating, I can do an ebook, a paperback, or a hardcover. I'm going to do a paperback because that's the one that seems to take people the most amount of time. So we're just going to scroll down here and create paperback. All right. And like I said, I've got everything over on the other spreadsheet. And so I'm just going to start copying things over. So the language is right here. It's English. I don't have that in the spreadsheet, but the first thing I do have is my title. This book doesn't have a subtitle. Go down here. I am going to add it to a series. It's actually an existing series, but if it was a new series, I would just click create series and put the series title in there. But it is an already existing one. It is the Mimi's Adventure series. It is main content. It's not a supplementary. It's not a prequel or anything like that, or a short story. So it's main content. Okay, we're going to confirm and continue. So now we're going to scroll down. This is the first edition, so I don't need to put anything in here. Okay, author name. And again, this is something that if it's quicker for you to type than copy and paste, that's fine. Okay, additional contributors. I'm going to go to my Illustrator, and this one is faster for me to copy and paste it because I want to make sure I spell everything right. Okay, so this is where it really comes in handy to have the spreadsheet, is the book description. So what I do is as I'm going through my process creating my book, I can use AI to tweak my book description. Then I just simply put it into the spreadsheet. So once I'm ready to upload, I can just do it all at once. And there we go. Just as quick as copy and paste. And I can just go in here and we're going to bold this. This we want to be a header. And we definitely want to make this a header. And let's underline the word today. Okay. All right. It's my own copyright, not explicit. Ages I have over here. It's 2 to 8. Unfortunately, can't copy and paste this. Amazon's my marketplace. Categories, excellent. This is not a low content or a large print book, so we're going to click this. And I have my categories already laid out, and it's children's book, literature, books for early readers, and right here, beginner readers, and fiction. And when you're selecting categories, you want to make sure that you're not putting your book in a duplicate category or ghost category. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with that, I will share that video later at the end of this one. Again, it would be really great if I could copy and paste into this. It would make it even quicker. But another thing that this is really helpful with is if you have a VA uploading your books for you, then just give them the spreadsheet and they have everything they need. Okay, and it looks like I must have double clicked, so let's get rid of this one. Here we go. We'll go here. I didn't actually do anything in it. And this one will be children's books, holidays, birthdays. All right, so there are my 3 categories. Save. Okay, now we're on the keywords. And I'm actually not going to blur this out. I'm going to share with you the exact keyword phrases that I'm using for this book. So putting a lot of trust, but I love my Right Riders, so I'm got no problem with that. And so keep in mind that when it comes to Keywords. It's not just one word. It's a keyword phrase. There you go. How else could you have done it that quick? All right, moving on. All right, so next up is the publication date. Is this something that was previously published? No, it's not. So we just leave it as a default. Okay, so release date. So I want to release it when I launch it. I don't want to do it as a pre-order, but if I did want to do it as a pre-order, I just click on this, select the date. You can do it up to 365 days in the future. So that's great if you want to do a pre-order. All right, moving on. All right. Do I want to use a KDP assigned ISBN, which is free, or use my own? I'm going to use my own. Publisher, my imprint right there. Okay, moving on. What kind of paper? I want premium color with white paper. The size is going to be 8x10. And it's important to make sure that you have that all written down, because if you don't remember and you put it at the wrong size, then it's not going to look right. I do have, mine is going to be with bleed, so we're leaving that. Paper cover, I go with glossy for my children's books. Now it's time to upload my manuscript. I actually have a link in my spreadsheet to the actual content on my hard drive. So I know exactly where it is, especially if you're going to keep it somewhere else, like a Google Drive or something like that. It's great to have that link so you can just click on it and get it ready to go. This is my paperback. As you can see, this says version 11. I had a lot of issues with my Illustrator when it came to creating the illustrations for this book. And at the end, there actually were issues with it that they still didn't fix. But what I did was I actually made it into something as a positive and turned my book into something that can be done two different ways. If you have no clue what I'm talking about and you're interested, I'll put a link above to what I did to make the best of a bad situation with my Illustrator for this book. All right, now it's up to the cover. I don't want to use the cover creator. I strongly advise not to use any digital cover creator personally. I've yet to find one that I think does an amazing job. I'd rather spend the money to hire a good cover designer. Good cover designers do not have to be expensive. I'll include a link to my favorite cover designer from Fiverr down in the description. I was able to get an ebook, print book, and audiobook cover from this particular person for, I think it was like $30. So can't promise that's a fee you're going to get, but it's still a reasonable price. Okay, so let's get to the cover. Upload my cover. Again, I have the link to that. Not that I can drag and drop it, but it's nice to know exactly where it is. This is my cover. Okay, while that's processing, we can continue to move on. I do not have the barcode on my book cover, so that's fine. And we're almost done. So we're going to go to, is it AI generated? I did not use AI to generate anything. I did use AI tools to help tweak my book description, but that's not generated, first of all. That's AI assisted. Second of all, they're talking specifically about creating the text, the images, or the translations in the book or on the cover. So the answer is no. And once the cover is done uploading, which unfortunately I have no control over, then we can launch the previewer. Okay, so we've got quality checks over here on the left-hand side. If you've never done this before, if you've never run the previewer, so if there was issues, it would say errors, and there's not. If there were things that are not necessarily issues, but things that you might be concerned with, they would have that listed here as well. So we're just going to go through and we're going to kind of check it. And so the cover fits nicely. You can turn the guides on and off. So right here, I have them turned on. This line right here is going to show you where the bleed is. So if you have no bleed, if you selected no bleed, then you want to make sure that nothing is outside those lines. Everything has to be inside it. I have with bleed, so it doesn't really matter, but I like to keep it on just in case. I know the interior is fine. I've checked it enough times, so I don't need to worry about reading everything. It's more about making sure that it looks good on KDP, that it's uploaded properly. All looks good. I don't see anything. If there was something like outside the line, there would be like X's and things. And again, it'd be over here on the left-hand side. Little spoiler. This is what I did. Again, I've got that video that I linked to at the above, but there was quite a bit of issues. Like I said, this is version 11 of the PDF file, the manuscript. And so I basically just made it so that when they're done reading it, they can go back and do kind of like a hidden find thing. Again, if you watch that video, you'll get a better feel for what I'm actually talking about. But anyway, and then right down here is my link for leaving a book review. So again, I try to make it super easy for them since it's a print version. I try to make it super easy for them to type it out. And all right, so we're good. So I'm going to approve this. It looks good to me. And we're almost done. So we just need to go down. We've done all that. Gone to the previewer. This is how much it's going to cost for printing it. So when I want to buy author copies, this is what I'm going to pay. I'm not going to pay the full price. So here we go. Save and continue. We are almost done. Okay. So now we're on to territories. I always put mine in all territories. I want it to be worldwide. My readers and potential readers can be anywhere in the world. So I want to make sure that they have access to my books. But if you have a reason why you want to limit it to certain areas, maybe it's specific to a certain country, then you can do individual territories instead of all. Right? My primary marketplace is Amazon.com. It's already preset. And then we're just going to do pricing. So as it says here, my minimum price has to be $7. I'm going to put mine at $10.99. I like to make sure that I get at least a $2 royalty for all of my book sales. That's completely up to you, whatever your business model is. Obviously, if you're doing hardcovers, you're going to probably have a much larger profit margin. But if you want to be in expanded distribution, you just click this and you'll get 40%. So even if you don't click it, it'll show you what you're getting if you do decide to do it. So I'll do expanded distribution if I don't expect to put my book up on Ingram Spark. But if I plan on doing an Ingram Spark, which I am going to do with this book, then I don't select expanded distribution because I use Ingram for my expanded distribution. All right. So then I'm just going to go down and I'm going to tweak all these prices so that way they end in either 49 or 99, just because psychologically it looks better to the human eye when something ends in either 49, 99, 97, something like that. It's just the way our brains work. We're just used to that by now. I didn't put all of these prices in my spreadsheet. I guess I could have. It would have made it even quicker. But we'll do this. We'll do this at 50. There we go. When it comes to yen, I just try to make it to the next even amount. So we'll just make this 2,700. Terms and conditions. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but if you've never read the terms and conditions, I definitely suggest you do that. I always order a proof of my book because I want to make sure, I want to see how it feels. I want to see it in my hands. Plus, I just like to have a copy. You know, I just like to have a copy. It's good for marketing pictures and things like that. I will tell you that the proof that you order is going to have a strip across it, kind of like this one right here, where it says it's not for resale. Not ideal. But at least you can use it for, like I said, you can use it for marketing copy. You can also use it just to see how it looks and how it feels. Maybe you prefer a glossy finish rather than a matte that you set it up as. So whatever. I always suggest requesting a proof. Once you've been doing this for a while, maybe you don't need to, especially if you're doing low content, no content books. But I definitely suggest ordering a proof. You click on this, save and continue. It's going to bring me over here, ask me how many copies I want. Since it's going to be a proof, I only want one, but maybe you want to do one and offer it as a giveaway for your newsletter or, your ARC team or whatever, that they can get one that's going to say not for resale and everything else. So you can order up to 5 copies at a time, and you have to say which marketplace you want it from. I want it from Amazon.com, and they tell you how much it's going to cost. Again, it's just a printing cost. Submit proof request, and they say it takes within 4 hours, but it usually is a lot quicker than that. And you'll just get an email that tells you that it's ready, and you just click on there and finish that. But all right, so we're done with all this. Okay, so the last thing to do is click publish your paperback book. Now, when you click publish your paperback book, it's now going to ask you if you want to create an ebook version. Okay, I'm not going to publish it quite yet because I do want to wait until I get that proof to make sure that everything looks the way I want it to. I know the gloss is going to be fine because that's the way I did the other books in the series, but I want to make sure that that the color saturation looks good and everything else before I actually click publish. But there you go. That's how you can publish a book to KDP fast. Now, earlier when we were talking about categories, I did mention the topic of ghost categories. And if you don't know what I'm talking about there, then check out this video right here, because it's possible that you actually can put your books into categories that your customers won't even find. But if you've already seen that video, or maybe you're not interested in categories yet, then YouTube says that this video right here is perfect for you. So I'll catch you inside one of these videos, and remember to write right.